Okay, so Resident Evil Reverse was a game that came out alongside Resident Evil Village. It was packaged with the game, you got it for free, and it was a game that Capcom said was a way to celebrate the anniversary at the time, and it appears that they are now shuttering the game. It's closing down. In a post made not too long ago, they would say, you know, the game servers are shutting down at the end of June. I believe it's the 29th of June it's shutting down. They believe the game has fulfilled its purpose to celebrate the anniversary at the time, and they're happy with how well it did. So I don't know if that's just like it did better than they thought, or if it genuinely did good. Yeah, I'm not really the person who kind of looks at game numbers and stuff like that. But the game is closing down at the end of this month. And for anyone who doesn't know what it is, essentially what it was is like a deathmatch mode game where you'd go in with like fan favorite characters, you know, Chris, Jill, Leon, Claire, Ada, Honk, all those people, and you'd fight in a free-for-all until, you know, one person was a winner. The characters all had different abilities and things they could do, and when you died, you would turn into a bioweapon. Depending on how many vials you picked up while you were a human character, you'd kind of change into different ones. And it was fun. I will say it was fun. I don't think it was like groundbreaking. It wasn't anything like must play material. But yeah, it was fine. I'll say it was fine. It did have, yeah, like I said, a few updates. Most of those updates were kind of related to Resident Evil Village, which again it was packaged with. We didn't really see many like new characters that were well known. There was cosmetics added for characters we know, like Chris and Jill, that had their skins essentially from different games. So you had like Battlesuit Jill from Resident Evil 5, you had Leon from Resident Evil 6 in it, and you had Ada as well from one of the older like Umbrella Chronicles games, which was pretty cool. But no new characters that were popular were ever added. Of course, it had its issues, so obviously the player base was quite low in the end, I think. My experience, I got mostly full games every time I played it. I didn't play it like constantly, but I would play it like a couple of hours every now and again, and it was fine. But apparently, you know, it was kind of dwindling, but it is what it is. I don't think there was ever a game that was meant to take off, really. But, you know, as long as it was you were finding games, you could still play it. But it had peer-to-peer matchmaking, which was basically, you know, one person in the lobby would be hosting the match. And if that person was just to back out, the lobby would basically close. On top of that, the balance for the game was not the best in the world, but yeah, like I said, it was never meant to be like this big thing, I don't think. But yeah, it is coming to an end. End of June, the game servers are shutting down, and you'll no longer be able to play the game. I'd imagine there's some people out there that are kind of good, because, you know, people were always playing it when I kind of tried to play a game, so surely someone out there was like a really big fan of this game. Like I said, I liked it, but multiplayer with RE games, I would rather have like a cooperative experience rather than a PvP one. Hopefully we'll get that one day again, but who knows. So yeah, I'm probably a little bit late to the party, but I do kind of want to just let you all know that the game is closing down. I think maybe leading up to when it does shut down, probably close to the time, I might just jump on for a couple hours and like put a stream on and see if we can get some lobbies going, just like as a final hoorah before it closes down. But if that is the case, obviously I'll drop it in the community posts, or I'll just go live and you'll see. But yeah, it's a shame, but Capcom seem to be kind of happy with how well it did, and they seem to be done with it, so they're going to close it down. Will we see anything like this with the next game? Obviously Resident Evil 9 has recently been announced, and you know, Village was packaged with a multiplayer game, so could Resident Evil 9 be packaged with a multiplayer game? There is a theory going around, which I'll probably say for a different video, that because the game is kind of taking characters and names from Outbreak, that might be packaged with Resident Evil 9. I doubt that. I think that's just hard cope for that game to get remastered. But we'll see. You never know. But yeah, thank you for watching. Leave your thoughts on obviously Reverse down below in the comments. And yeah, I'll try and maybe get a stream going close to the date the game is supposed to shut down, and we can all get on and try and, you know, get some games in one last time. But yeah, thank you for watching, and as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one.